Monday, September 2nd, 2013, running commentary number 2041. So today, I finished watching Orange is the New Black. And I had started watching it just a few days ago, motivated by the fact that some people had said on Facebook that it was a good show. I saw the preview, watching Netflix regularly. They were previewing Orange is the New Black. When you finished a show, they would say, Orange is the New Black, here's the trailer. And I watched the trailer, and I said, oh, interesting. And I said, hey, there's Kate Mulgrew. And I said, hey, there's Natasha Lyonne. Hey, there's Laura Prepon. And you know, so I was intrigued because there were these actresses I knew. But when I saw the rating for the show, when it initially came out, it was like 3 stars. And I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. It doesn't look like it's as good as you might expect. So I didn't jump on the boat right away. House of Cards I went through in the first 2 days it was out. And that was, you know, I was anticipating that show a great deal. I didn't have the same expectations for Orange is the New Black or anything, but when I started seeing people saying positive things about it on Facebook, on Twitter, and everything like that, I said, okay, I will watch it. Don't know when, but I will watch it. So it was a slow weekend in terms of work and everything like that, holiday weekend and everything. So I said, well, let's get into Orange is the New Black. Why not? And so I did. And I have finished watching it now in like 3-4 days. And it is excellent. It's an amazing show. It completely took me by surprise. I mean, I thought House of Cards was excellent, compelling television, really well done and everything like that. But Orange is the New Black was, I mean, I think it's got to be the best thing that Netflix has done. And it took me completely by surprise. I didn't know what I was going to find in a show, a prison show with a women's prison drama. I didn't know where I would be able to get on board and enjoy the program or anything like that. Not that I don't watch a lot of female-centric shows. I watch shows and there are strong female characters in them, but not one that is dominated by women. I have watched Girls and I enjoyed the first season of Girls, but apart from that, that's it. But I got completely into this show, and I was, because it is a obviously very female-centric show, but it's also a very human show, and you can see that in the characters that they create. When you watch a good show, it's like, are the characters likable? Do you relate to the characters? Can you identify? Do you care about them? And, you know, the question, do you care about the characters, is an interesting one. Because if I, like, take Breaking Bad, for example. You care about Walter White. You want to see what happens to Walter White, played by the wonderful Bryan Cranston in an amazing performance, one for the ages. But really, we like Walter White, but we don't necessarily identify with Walter White. Walter White has gone off the deep end in Breaking Bad, and so now there's a separation, so you can't really empathize with him anymore. It's like you can watch him, you can hope that he evades trouble and stuff like that, and the same goes for like anti-heroes throughout film history, the Tony Montanas, the Michael Corleones, and you know, to name 2. But this show, one of the great things that it does is that it shows these women as regular human beings who have either made mistakes or like have been just victims of circumstance, essentially. And now it's a very select group, and I'm sure that there's it's a rather rosy picture in some cases of convicted felons, but that's the point they're also trying to make, because there's the sense, by taking Piper, the main character, and putting her in there, she goes in with the mindset, I am not like these people, I am above these people, and that's her mindset. But that gets eroded as she's there, and she realizes, like, these people are just like me, and they have made mistakes, and I made a mistake, and she owns up to it, and everything like that. Although it's not necessarily that simple, as you will see. So I will try to remain rather spoiler-free. But I also like the nuance that the show has, showing the different characters, and you know, religion is addressed because religion plays a big part. You have like evangelical Christians there. There's a Catholic nun and everything, and there's a spectrum of that. And then you have atheists and agnostics and everything. So, but it's all handled, I think, very well, without being without completely throwing one out the window. It kind of shows all of these different viewpoints, and manages to juggle them rather well. And as I was saying about characters that you care about, you really care about these women, these characters. I mean, I found myself just really engrossed in the shows, because the kind of format that the show takes is for a good portion of the 13 episodes, they will take one character and focus on that character through flashbacks throughout the episode. You get the backstory and who that character was before coming to prison, and how that character ended up in prison. And it's very well done. And I ended up caring about so many of the characters in this show. And again, because more so than like a show, a great show like Breaking Bad, or say like even Mad Men, I really identified with these characters and the situations that they're in and everything. And it is like, it's an emotional gut punch. It really is. And it managed to be both compelling, where I was like, I want to watch the next episode, and giving like this really heavy emotional content throughout, and some fantastic comedy as well. So it's an amazing accomplishment to balance all of those different I don't know what I want to call it, elements and moods and everything like that, and then have it work so very well. But it's a tremendous show, so I would highly recommend it. Orange is the New Black. Took me, like I said, was not expecting it to be so good, and wasn't expecting myself to be so into it. But I'm very happy that Netflix is around, and that it is able to do original programming such as this. So there you go, my glowing endorsement of Orange is the New Black, available on Netflix. So until tomorrow, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.